It's time for the BSing with the Guys live podcast.
It's time. Welcome to the show. There is no peace in the Middle East right now. The United States and Israel have launched massive coordinated airstrikes deep inside Iran. Let's get into it. I know these tensions, man, they've been escalating since, June of 2025 with Israeli strikes on Iran's nuclear sites and, U.S. sanctions that hammered Iran's economy. And according to what the U.S. is saying, the intel suggested Iran was planning some sort of attack on U.S. targets. And, they also had a failed nuclear talks led to a U.S. ultimatum. It's kind of got us where we're at now. We're talking about this, Operation Epic Fury from the U.S. side. I think they said they hit over like 500 targets, man, across 9 cities, including Tehran. Nuclear sites, missile bases, you name it. They went after it. I don't know. There were reports that Iran's supreme leader was killed. Now, I know they were disputing that for a minute, but Justin, have you seen anything on that lately?
I have. So, Breaking 911 on X, as of 44 minutes ago, posted a video of Iranian state TV announcing the death of the supreme leader.
Oh, damn. So they are saying that oh, Lord. So where's that going to take us now?
Yeah, I heard it was him and like 20 other of his like top officials, man, that possibly could be dead as well.
So,
Yeah.
They got him, the Secretary of Iran's Defense Council. I don't know how to say these names, so I'm just going to say who they are. The commander of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps. There we are.
Yeah.
Words are hard. Iran's defense minister, the head of intelligence for Iran's something emergency command, head of the military bureau of the supreme leader, and then 2 guys that were former or related chairs of organizations tied to nuclear, biological, and chemical weapons projects.
So they took out some people.
They came in and they had it seemed like they had a hit list and they just went down the list.
Well, I know, Trump put out a video saying that the goal was to wipe out Iran's nuclear threat.
Yes.
To crush their missile program and annihilate their navy and trying to spark regime change by calling on Iranians to rise up against their leaders. So, man, what all this leads to is I guess what's got everybody on the edge right now.
Who do they rise up against now?
Yeah. Well, we got a good habit of that, of going in there and destroying shit and then saying, look, now let's find you a leader.
I still think you got the Revolutionary Guard in there too.
Yeah.
I'm sure they didn't knock everybody out of there, So
yeah, well,
I still think they're going to have to deal with that. I know he was saying something on the news that he was telling the army or the Revolutionary Guard to put your weapons down, surrender, and you'll get full immunity. Dude, the only thing that scares me with that is like, are we going to see boots on the ground?
That's the problem. A lot of I guess people who were opponents of the strike, that was one of the things that they were worried about, is just getting into one of these never-ending type wars, which a lot on the other side, the Democrats, it's not like they're always opposed to it. I mean, a lot of people make money when it comes to these never-ending wars. So of course, with Trump being behind it, you can expect all the Democrats to choose a side very quick.
Well, I think there's a few of them out there already, Shane, that are, war crimes and this and that. Yeah. It didn't go in front of Congress, and if it was Massey and AOC and, which, all 4 or 5 of them that were bitching don't have one brain cell, but anyway, it is what it is.
Yeah,
when you got Obama hurling bombs over there when he was in office, and then you got Bill Clinton bombing shit and George Bush, and then, but Trump does it, total different story, dude,
Well, there's a lot of them that are, of course, claiming that Trump was exaggerating or even fabricating the justifications for doing this as far as Iran's nuclear ambitions and missile programs.
So
don't
almost
know.
like
I
a
mean,
weapons of mass destruction thing.
exactly. So it's not like
Ah,
we've never seen it before. Just to to
right.
kind of play devil's advocate here and understand where the critics are coming from. Now, I'm not on the inside. We don't have that type of intel, of course, to know what Iran was really doing. But wouldn't be the first time the U.S. just decided to claim some shit to go destroy something. so, so I don't know,
Right.
man. But
Oh, we're
a
gonna
lot
find
of
out.
yeah, and some of them were pointing to just domestic political motives. Trump's personal style as the driving force. Basically saying that he's using these strikes to rally his base, so to say, ahead of the midterms, diverting attention from what's going on domestically
Oh,
as far
Jesus.
as
Yeah.
inflation and election related controversies and shit like that. So, they a lot of them are blaming it on that it's another distraction, so to say.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, I was telling somebody that I really thought that this was going to go down Monday or Tuesday, uh, and this was what yesterday or maybe day before. I was saying that I knew it was coming. You just don't build up your whole fleet of your navy over there, and something isn't going down. So many jets and all that stuff. But from what I did hear, I don't know. Like I said, it's just the news that you hear. But supposedly they struck early because of the intel that they received. With the Ayatollah, was him and his top leaders were all at one place meeting, and that's why they decided to go with it early. So, and if they did, if that's the reason, it's good for them. But I mean, they've been 45 year plus under that dictatorship, and the country's in peril. Just the way it's
yeah.
been ran over the last 45 years. So, I just hope it's not some long ass ground war, and then like you said, Shane, what do we do now that we've taken the leaders of this country out? What happens
What?
next? Because you're still going to have your pockets of people that are pro-government there.
Of course.
Yeah,
There's
of
no
course,
doubt
as
about
many
that.
people that are there that are pro-America, pro-Trump, whatever it might be, you're gonna have people over there that are still pro-government, Iranian government. So
Yeah. No, I know they said,
just
the Iranian media was saying over 200 people are dead from this in the initial U.S. Israel hits, including civilians.
yes,
They're hearing about schools over there getting bombed, and they hadn't confirmed any U.S. casualties, but they said that's a possibility as of right now.
I'm sure.
I mean, this is the biggest U.S. military buildup in the Middle East in 22 years.
Yes,
So, I mean, they
been a
planned it
while.
pretty tightly with Netanyahu. So, I don't know, man. We're going, I guess, giving it a benefit of the doubt because all we keep hearing is this word intel. I guess as an whatever they were hearing or claiming that they were hearing from this intel on a reason to go do this. But I'm with you. I'd hate to see it lead to boots on the ground or U.S. soldiers having to go over there and getting caught up in some never-ending war.
Yeah, another 10-year war,
Yeah,
trillions of
yeah,
dollars,
right.
lives lost. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen it before.
Yep.
Now, how does this affect, oil prices? I mean, it's
I don't know. We
that's
should have got enough from Venezuela, I would hope.
we should have, but that was a fear of some of the people, of the critics, was that
Yeah.
just the some of that shit getting shut down, which could choke, global trade.
Yeah. I do expect oil's going to spike come Monday morning. Stock market will be down a little bit Monday, of course. That usually happens when you have this kind of crap that goes on.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, Justin, are you going over there to stream?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm set up to fly out tomorrow, dude.
You go to Iran and
Cool.
live stream for us, like you said. Wear your little vest that says press or whatever, and they'll leave you alone. I think by law they have to. Or
Yeah, that's
we'll
what I've heard.
We'll just make you believe that at least. So go over there and let us know what's going on.
Yeah,
But
the youngest out the bunch, you can handle it.
yeah. But anyway, yeah. My concern when I first saw it was the fallout from all of this. I mean, if the regime falls, I mean, we could see total chaos over there.
Yes.
A power vacuum without U.S. boots on the ground to stabilize it. So that's part of the issue. We go over there and we cause this. So then it's like, well, now we're, obligated to send guys over there to get shit straight. Are
True.
we really?
Look, when
Is
you
that
got a
what you're
country of 90 million, when you got a country of 90 million and you take down the regime, like you said, you create this power vacuum. Now you got humanitarian issues.
But
You
didn't we
got
already?
probably to some degree. I mean, we have about crippled Iran financially through sanctions and, yada, yada with, cutting their oil off. But yeah, I mean, I
Well,
don't
I'm
know.
just saying
I
for the
still have my
past.
doubts about I still have my doubts. We should have never went into Iraq, as horrible as it was with Saddam Hussein. It was half-ass stable over there, and this whole weapons of mass
Sure.
destruction, which in my mind has come up to be total bullshit.
Well, it was 100%.
Stable for
Yeah.
who? Like, it wasn't stable for the people. It was stable for the government. Everybody that had a little bit of money
Well, it
was
wasn't
living
stable
great.
for the
But the
people, but-
people, I mean, shit.
No, it's not, and it probably it wasn't stable over there in Iran for the people. But you know what happens when I mean, look who's running Afghanistan and Iraq. Now you have the Taliban and all these other factors over there that are they're no better than what Saddam Hussein was. So and that's what I fear, that you get these hardcore terrorists in there that now probably, if I had to guess, Iran probably still has some form of nuclear weapons. If I had to guess, I mean, I don't think we destroyed them all. I would find it hard to believe. But
and whether or not it's stable for the people on foreign land, it's not our job to be the world police, because if they were going to use that as an excuse, North Korea wouldn't be doing what it's doing right now. But apparently there's nothing worth getting out of North Korea, is why we don't stick our fucking nose into that. You know? And look, that's an argument. People are going to argue on both sides of that, whether we need to get involved in situations like what's going on in Iran and all. But if it comes down to just how people are living, I mean, we're not the world police, or we shouldn't be, especially if it involves sending our guys over there and possibly having casualties to U.S. soldiers.
No doubt, and I'm not
police
saying
somebody else's, land.
I'm not saying it's an excuse to go, but to say that our involvement is going to make it, that
Worse.
much less stable, like it doesn't seem like a very great place anyway,
Right. No, it's not, but I think it's kind of like Brad touched on. Once you remove Saddam Hussein, a lot of people argue that he had shit under control over there.
I bet he did.
And then you saw these terrorist cells, pop up once they took him out. Right.
Exactly.
Now, again, you'll have people that want to argue that on either side, but there's a lot of people that believe he was policing that area very well and keeping those people in check. And then all of a sudden, we go over there and take his ass out, and the next thing you know.
Well, didn't we get rid of him for Kuwait's oil?
Well, he invaded Kuwait, if you remember.
Right. So we were trying to get back into
and we went in there and got him out of Kuwait.
Right?
We did do that, and then all of a sudden, George Bush's senior, his son gets elected, and the next thing is a military buildup, and I guess we had to go in and finish the job with all those warmongers, the Dick Cheneys, and all of them guys. So.
Well, and that's what I start thinking every time I hear any type of war or altercation that's going on. It's like, where's the money trail? Where's that lead to? Because it's hard for me to fathom that, especially this government, looking at their track record, that they do anything out of just kindness, or to help somebody, or, we're going to go in and stop these people from possibly hurting someone. I just don't believe they give two fucks about all that. There's got to be some sort of money trail, and a lot of it. You got to
search Israel for this one.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Well,
you're right. There's of course conspiracy circulating, tying back to the Epstein stuff. Epstein blackmailed by Netanyahu. It's a popular theory that claims the Israel prime minister used Epstein-related, so to say, blackmail to push Trump into strikes, ensuring U.S. support for Israel's agenda against Iran's missiles. Now, is that a reach? I don't know. It's just, like I said, one of the conspiracies I saw floating around. And at this point, I don't disbelieve anything. So crazy. The crazier it sounds, the more I fucking believe it nowadays, man.
Isn't that something? And look, I agree with a comment from Lefty Les Paul at 8:35. Oil will push over $100 a barrel. It might be sooner than 30 days. So I know it's about 67. It closed at on Friday. So yeah, you're definitely going to see a spike in oil coming. So invest now, folks. Invest Monday morning if you can.
Honestly,
so.
that was one of the main concerns. I mean, when you looked at, like I said, the fallout from this is the price of oil shooting up. I mean, the people starting these wars don't care, but the average everyday American, the ones who feel that shit,
Right.
And look, man, I it's hard to. I don't like jumping on either side of when these wars go on, not knowing every single detail, and all you can go by is what you're being told. You could try to dig into it as much as you can, but where is the truth, so to say, really coming from? I don't know. So, I just don't like it. Anytime I hear about it, supposedly this intel, it was told them that Iran was fixing to do something, and it may have well been true. But you've learned to just not trust anything that this government says, man, when it comes to all these wars and shit. So it's a shame that it's like that, but I mean, they've done it to themselves. So
yeah, definitely, man. Definitely Israel is the big factor behind all of this, So
yeah.
And
I know you got oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was just going to say, I think, the United States is just a puppet for Israel, and you can follow the money, follow the tracks, and it just is what it is. And we're going to do whatever they tell us to do,
Yeah. Well, there were some, critics that were arguing it's just a war of choice to project strength, especially after failed, nuclear talks with Geneva, where Iran was reportedly close to concessions, but Trump escalated anyway. Now, even Rand Paul echoed that, calling it not, quote, America first, but a distraction from home priorities.
I believe regime, that. Yeah. Absolutely.
I mean, they're saying there's regime change ambitions without a plan.
Right.
So it's, I don't know. I mean,
if it's that critical, why isn't France or Europe, anybody in Europe, if it's Britain, France, Italy, why aren't they the ones that they're closer to Iran than we are, So
no, they're pussies.
If it's a major threat, huh?
They're pussies.
Wait. Well, that is true. I mean, somebody's got to step up, huh, Justin?
Justin's going to give the layman's pussies,
It is what it is, So.
Anyway,
yes, it
man,
is.
Now, but haven't they been, like, they being Iran, been publicly threatening the USA and our politicians and
for 45 years? Yeah, for 45 years they've probably been doing
that. Talk shit, get hit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Ever since Hulk Hogan and the Iron Sheik were beefing, man.
Yeah, all the way, you can take it all the way to the wrestling days, dude.
Yep. Yeah. No, they some of them claim it's to spike oil prices. That's what they wanted, to benefit U.S. energy interest and choke off China's oil access amid these trade wars. So I'm
sure that has something to do with it too, man. I mean, that was the whole Venezuela thing, because I think China was getting oil out of Venezuela. So I think it is about choking China down to almost nothing. And I don't know. I'm in fear of it all a little bit, because what this leads to. One pisses off the other, and the next thing it's like, and I do believe we're in this so-called cold third World War III. I don't know. I just hope and pray. I don't want to see boots on the ground, because it's going to be, it'll be our kids and our family members that are going over there to fight and die. So.
Well, and when you see the names of some of the people who overwhelmingly support this, like Lindsey Graham.
Of course,
warmonger. Yes, Tom Cotton.
Warmonger.
I mean, they're exactly. Warmonger. They're hailing it. They're hailing this shit as a kind of peace through strength, against the world's top state sponsor of terrorism. So, Lindsey Graham's even celebrating the potential end of the regime. But like I said, when you see names like that tied to this that are in total support, it just makes you go, like what's really going on? Who's really who's financially benefiting from this is what the first thing you need to ask yourself.
Exactly. And like I've said it before, I think maybe a couple past podcasts we talked about, and it was just, I just worry about, because the saying is we have all these sleeper cells over here in this country, and now that you've taken out the top generals and the Ayatollah in Iran that pretty much controls a lot of that terrorism, is that a dead man's trigger to say, saddle up, boys. It's time to start doing what we have to do. So, do I think there's fallout to come from this? I fear there is, man. I really do. I don't think it's going to be as cut and dry as going into Venezuela and picking up Moderna and coming home, Maduro, and it's over with, or throwing some bombs and destroying their nuclear sites supposedly. I don't think this one's going to be that cut and dry.
Well, they said, Iran's foreign minister, he was publicly questioning the timing himself, saying that the talks were they were progressing, basically, the talks that they were having when the strikes hit. So who knows, man? I don't know. I mean, if that's true, it's like, well, there's something motivating this if they were actually progressing with these talks. But I mean, that's what they're saying. And I mean, I guess
I don't believe it.
That's right. I mean, you take that with a grain of salt, just like, this supposed intel that we had. I don't know. Who knows, man? We're not behind these closed door meetings, and people will act like they are. I mean, you're going to get these quote unquote experts that start giving their opinions on all of this, and it's just it's never good either way. Either way, man. And no. As you mentioned a few minutes ago, I mean, boots on the ground would be the worst thing. When they send these young soldiers of ours to go over there and die in these senseless wars over some fucking money and just greed or power struggles, whatever they're doing. Oil, now they're blaming it on the nuke program. I get it. I mean, that's going to be the their reason for doing this, but you got to question, is it true? You only question it because of the history of what's going on in this country. But I don't know. We'll see, man. It's playing out now, as we're talking about it. Justin, are there any crazy videos from that shit that we can actually play on here, or is it all? I mean,
I just see a bunch of people fucking looks to be excited in Iran right now.
Really?
Yeah.
I have seen that. Yes, I have seen them praising and Donald Trump, but I've also seen the other side, man, where they're still chanting "Death to America." So I've seen kind of both sides of the story.
That's kind of what I was curious. How the people over there are feeling about it. I mean, that'll let you know what's going on. I mean, if the majority of the people were ready for this and praising what's going on, then maybe they needed it. But then again, is it our job to be over there doing it?
Right.
So,
I know they talked about with one of their replacements would be the Shah, back from years and years ago. But I don't know how you put him back into power right now with still having the guard that's in there now. You almost have to wipe the slate clean and get rid of all of the pro-Iranians in there, and then before you can bring this guy back in, his son today. But I don't think it's going to be like a week and it's over with. I just don't see that happening. Not with a country as large as they are,
No, hell no. There's no way. And then, took out the damn, the leader, and it's like, I mean, who's behind him?
Who's in control of that country right now? Exactly right. Yes.
Yeah. I don't know. It's going to be interesting to watch, man. I just hope there was a legit reason behind this. I mean, I don't know if we'll get to the bottom of that or not anytime soon. Because, like I said, they're hiding behind the whole nuclear weapons program, and they wanted to stop that. Which, if Iran is a threat with that, and that's what they were doing, then I guess by all means. I mean, if you've told them numerous times to cut the shit out and they haven't. Trump's the last one to fuck with when it comes to stuff like that, and he's proven
that's
it before.
True. Yeah, very true.
But I just hope it's legit, and he's not over there bombing shit and killing civilians just to make some sort of power move, or some kind of financial gain. So, but that's yet to be seen, I guess, before we start throwing out accusations,
Yep.
And
look, I also heard that, there's a bunch of other countries in the Middle East that are backing U.S. involvement and Israel involvement in this too, because I'm sure Iran has been a big threat, not just as they say, death to America, but I'm sure that there's other countries around that had to deal with Iran's bullshit, So, you got to look at Yemen and some of those other little small countries over there that are just packed with, Houthis and, Hezbollah and,
Right.
Taliban and ISIS and all of this. And most of those are probably funded through Iran in some form, of another.
Well, best case scenario, the the regime crumbles peacefully, which I don't know if that'll happen, but that'll pave the way for something like democracy after 47 years of aggression. So it's
Yes.
not like it can't be used over there, some sort of democracy, but is this what's going to cause it? I guess it depends on how many powerful people got taken out and how the people below them feel about it. I mean, if they
Right.
want change, then I guess it's a good thing, but
Yeah,
don't
right
know.
now they're saying 5 to 10 high level officials have been taken out.
Yeah.
Really? Yeah.
Well, it's time for a change. Maybe they'll jump on board.
Ain't no choice, I guess.
Yeah.
No.
Not
now, dude.
once the U.S. started this. It's not like they're just going to say, okay, well, fuck it. It didn't work. We'll just quit. So, I mean, yeah, they're on a mission. Trump is apparently has something, up his sleeve or something to prove or whatever the fuck he's doing over there. So I don't think it's going to stop at this and unless they give in and decide to start making some changes over there. I don't know. It's hopefully if there really were the nuke programs that he was going after, then he took out what he needed to take out, and then he can let these people kind of move on if that's really what he was over there for. So,
yeah. Well, if you get the right leadership in there, so
yeah. I mean, I'm just afraid. I'm hoping it don't lead to just energy chaos, man. I mean, it could be potential global recession, and I mean, it's.
Sure. It's not like that hasn't been touted already, global recession, and we got no problems of our own back here at home, when it comes
Right.
to our finances, so yeah, it's just this is going to be interesting to see, and I was never for this. I really wasn't. I was never for this. So, but I'm not in the administration to make these decisions. So,
Well, you should have put in a phone call.
I should have tried, dude. But
Say,
yeah,
whoa, what the hell are y'all doing over there, man? No,
yeah.
Seeing.
Go
ahead.
Oh, so I was just curious, what does it mean for the Russia-Ukraine war that Putin has agreed to accept U.S. security guarantees for Ukraine?
What does it mean?
For the war, like that's what they're reporting, is that Putin has agreed to accept the U.S. security for Ukraine, and they're working. Added that the Russian army is not preparing to advance on Kyiv at this time. He also expressed confidence in the prospects of peace talks. Nothing that the issue of demilitarized zones has already been resolved. Oh, noting that the issue of demilitarized zones has already been resolved. So apparently they're making progress over there at the moment.
Okay.
They are, and I think what's going on over there is that Russia's not willing to give up anything they have already taken, and I think Ukraine's like, well, we want it back. Well, of course you do, but you're not getting it back. So, and that's a whole nother issue over there, but I've been reading kind of some of these comments, man, and it's like, what's this going to do if China says, well, it's time to just go into Taiwan? What does that do for the United States? Does that just spread us a little thinner too, having to deal with that now? So, I just think there's so many repercussions that can come of what they're doing right now in Iran that I just don't think it looks good. But anyway, I try not to be a pessimist out of this,
No, but I mean, I hope he had some sort of plan. And looked at all of the repercussions that could come from this, because I'm with you. I mean, there's just so many ways you could take this. And,
absolutely.
As far as paths, it could, what it could lead to.
Yes.
I hope they thought of this, but I don't know. But when they're not the ones suffering, a lot of times it's like, well, whatever happens, happens, And
And the whole thing is with Iran has always been death to America, or death to Israel, because they've always said if they get a nuclear weapon, the first thing they would do would be send it to Israel. I don't know. Israel couldn't handle this all alone. They really needed us in there to do this. I thought Israel was this powerhouse of the Middle East, So it's just, but here we are,
Well, and to this commenter's point right here with Trump being Netanyahu's dog, I mean, it sure does seem like that. It almost seems like, you know, when he first started running, his first term, he was, it was just Israel. I'll be the most, you know, the friendliest president ever to Israel, whatever he was saying. And it was almost like it was Israel first, America second. And I don't understand. I don't know why. Like, what does Israel have on someone like a Trump? And I'm not saying we shouldn't be friendly, but it seems like they go overboard with this administration. And I'm hoping they didn't get involved in this bullshit just to please Israel because of the repercussions that could come from it. You know, it's not fair to everybody else that has to suffer the consequences of this bullshit. I don't know.
Well,
it's a weird,
and it is
affair
true. I mean, what do we give Israel? Is it like 180 billion a year in aid? You know, and what do we get out of it? What do we get out of it? I don't know. You know.
Yeah, and I'm seeing a lot of this in the chats. You know, Netanyahu has the dirt on Trump, and it's like it almost seems like there's something there with that because of the ass kissing that goes on and the favoritism. Yeah, and as I mentioned, it almost seems more pro-Israel than pro-U.S. when it comes to this government right now. It's crazy, and I don't know why. I don't know. And then, what the fuck, you guys forgetting all that Iran had done? No, we're not.
I'm not. Fuck them. That's side I'm on.
Not forgetting. We're just trying to make sense of all of it. I mean, we're just, you know, looking at all the options from every angle, basically, just trying to see what's going on here. You know, not trying to forget about what anybody did, but just
and look, and in Trump's defense too. I mean, we kind of ribbing on him a little bit with, you know, being, you know, he's on a leash for Netanyahu and Israel, but it's nothing new, man. I mean, if you think Israel hasn't had any form of control over in this country for years, I mean, you can just go back in history and look at it, the control they've had on all presidents. I mean, I'm probably even as a Republican going all the way back to Ronald Reagan and before, you know. So
no, that's true.
They've got something. It's just, you know, I guess it's a rabbit hole that we all probably need to go down and figure out why. But yeah, so this is nothing new between the Israeli and the United States, and Trump has this on. They have this on Trump, and there's just no telling, you know.
Yeah, because I'm with you. It didn't start with Trump, I guess. You know, it's just but when he was running, he wanted to let everybody know how pro-Israel he was going to be. And it's like,
everybody beats off Israel, and I don't understand it either. But
yeah, I mean, there's a lot of, I say a lot. There's a few reasons as far as what they like to show you that's on the surface, just the historical ties to it. You know, I mean, the U.S. played a pivotal role in Israel's founding in 1948 with President Harry Truman recognizing the state shortly after his declaration. So, you know, there's a history there. But, you know, during the Cold War, Israel emerged as a key ally against Soviet influence in the Middle East. You know, in this strategic, I guess, and security interest. I mean, it's Israel's seen as a vital strategic ally for the U.S. in the Middle East. You know, the two countries share intelligence extensively for what's going on over there as far as on terrorism and, you know, regional threats from Iran. So, I mean, if you look at it like that, take it on face value, it's like, well, it's very beneficial to be as friendly as we are with them. But you can also go down in rabbit holes of, you know, where people like to jump to, like these people have something on Trump or whatever administration is being a little overly friendly to him. So I don't know, take it how you want, but you know, you can either say, oh, it's not that deep, or, you know, whatever. But we
got a few things in the comments. So one, we have this benefits Israel, but this is not about Israel. We have Radisson that says Trump said Biden would attack Iran because he was losing in the polls. So what the fuck is this? Distraction from Epstein files? ?
Trump said, let me see that. Trump said Biden would attack Iran because he was losing the polls. What the fuck is this? Distraction. Well, that's a point I've seen a few times in the chats is just, you know, the Epstein files. But I mean, what are we seeing in the Epstein files though? Everything's out besides
I think they're saying that it's not been released. Like everything hasn't been released.
No, yeah, and
I guess.
our
It's
DOJ
true.
has pretty much said that they've released all they're going to release. They didn't say there was nothing else to release.
Right.
So I guess that would have to mean that somebody else has access to these, and Trump and them don't want them released. So they're causing some sort of distraction, because if you just distract them from what's been released so far, there's nothing there. You know, anything incriminating is redacted. Any names, the only names you see in there that are doing anything criminal is Jeffrey Epstein, which we all knew.
Yeah.
But the people that he's communicating with, for the most part, when it comes to these criminal activities, have all been redacted. So I don't know. I'm not saying that's not what it is as far as a distraction, because I believe the U.S. is great at causing distractions. But, I mean,
We do appreciate the super chat, though.
for sure. Yeah, no, fucking right, man. That's awesome. We do appreciate it. But yeah, it was a good point.
Larry Jackson says, Israel don't do short wars. We went into this with Israel, and it's not going to be a short war. Israel
Not at
wants
all.
to destroy Iran, and we kind of going to be in it until Israel gets what they want. So that's a point. Bump in the Night says, this is about Iran, and they're supporting China and Russia in fighting against us.
This is about Iran, and we're supporting China and Russia in fighting against us.
So basically, Iran supporting Russia and China, I assume economically, in fighting against the U.S.
Yeah. Well, and look, I think a lot of this stuff goes deeper than any of us really know or understand. I mean, everybody likes to pretend like they do, but so that definitely all of these, these theories that we're seeing being thrown out, they're very well. I mean, it's all possible.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be multiple of them, So I mean, I definitely ain't the one to sit up here and tell people they're wrong. But
what you think, Brad?
What's that?
Bump in the Night says that this is about Iran, and they're supporting China and Russia and fighting against us.
Bump in the Night, huh? It's about Iran supporting China and Russia, and they're fighting against us. I think it has a lot to do with it. Yeah, I really do. I think China and Russia, because I think Putin already came out and said that if we were to, attack Iran, that there would be repercussions from their end, So it's like I said, this whole thing's going to be interesting to see how all this plays out. It really is, man. So, when you look at China was probably getting 70, 75, maybe 80% of their oil was coming out of Iran, So, yeah, it's going to be interesting. I don't think that's a wrong statement, but I'm sure China and Russia had something to do with Iran. I'm sure Iran was purchasing arms from Russia for sure,
What else is going on in the chats, Justin?
Suex says Israel's our only ally in the Middle East, which I guess that may be a good reason for us to help them out when called upon, you know what I mean? But he also says Trump's son-in-law is Jared Kushner. I don't know who the fuck that is, but
he's heavily connected into Israel for sure.
Heavily, right.
Yeah,
Boom.
yeah. Absolutely, yeah.
I figured it tied back, but
well, and that's what I had mentioned earlier, as far as that's part of the an excuse people give for why we're so tied into Israel is just security interests for one, and just strategy. Right. So I mean, and it's probably true. I mean, I'm sure there's truth to that for sure. The U.S. provides about what I think we talked about earlier, like $3.8 billion in annual military aid, as of recent figures at least, which helps maintain Israel's military edge over adversaries. Some people would still argue that we don't need to be giving them that and let them deal with their own shit. So then they go down all these rabbit holes on why we're giving them this type of money, and that can go on for fucking decades too, just to try coming up with excuses on why, if you really want to start the conspiracy theories. But I don't know, man. It's hard to make sense out of
like Saudi Arabia. I think they're an ally of us for the most part, and Dubai and all these other countries. There's a few other ones out there. I don't think we're just solely Israel is our only ally over there,
Yeah. No, I guess you're right.
Yeah,
that's true. They I don't know. I'm just trying to think of other reasons why we're so hell bent and tied in with them. It's what you got, Justin. I see you got a
Oh, Susan super chatted. We appreciate that.
Thank you, Susan.
Go to the Promethean Action channel and find out exactly what Trump's doing and why. This goes back to World War II and what happened after. I don't know what Promethean is, but
Promethean Action. The
Never
hell
heard
is
of
that? Looking it up now. Let me see. It's above our pay
Dan
grade.
agrees with Susan. Dan
Well,
says,
fuck, that's
you
all
are
that
right,
matters,
Susan,
Dan.
100%. So, hey, we got confirmation in the chat.
Let's see. They published a key piece titled "The Saturday Wrap Up." This is not Iraq 2.0. Let's see. In it, analyst Barbara Boyd argues the joint U.S.-Israeli operation is not a repeat of the 2003 Iraq invasion or endless regime change occupation. Instead, it's portrayed as the final step in dismantling a 118-year British-centered financial empire in Iran, dating back to 1908, the Anglo-Persian Oil Company concession that gave Britain control over Iranian oil. Boy, everything's oil, huh?
Oil.
Oh, it's all. Yeah.
Black gold, baby.
Reading up on what Trump's broader strategy is seen as systematically breaking this architecture with Iran's regime as the last piece on the board. The strikes targeted nuclear sites, missile capabilities, leadership, including the reported killing of the supreme leader and other infrastructures to eliminate threats, while Trump urged Iranians to take over their government. And officials like J.D. Vance emphasized no long-term U.S. occupation or prolonged war is intended. So, I don't know.
We're gonna
What
find
up,
out.
Paul? What up, Matt? I see y'all out there.
Paul, what's going on? Trying to see. This emphasized that a targeted action to end Iran's role in propping up an outdated imperial system, contrasting it with neoconservative forever wars, blah, blah, blah. All right, well, I don't know. Can't make heads or tails of that shit. But doing a crash course on whoever the fuck this
Promethean Action.
Promethean Action. Yeah,
I'm about to dig into that, man.
Political commentary group and newsletter that provides analysis aligned with certain pro-Trump. Yeah, I mean, isn't that what Sean Hannity does every day?
3 times a day.
3 times a day. It's just pro-Trump news.
Boy, Matt likes to cut. That's what I'm talking about. See?
Fresh cut, huh?
My wife did it, actually. So,
All right. So anyway, well, what else, Justin? Anything else? No good videos, man. I want to see some. I don't know.
I bet I could find some.
That's
I'm
the most
sure.
the obvious conspiracy we can go to is just Trump fueling, this war machine, the profits for elites. That's where my mind goes. Anytime I hear war, somebody's getting wealthy. Yeah, that's always where my brain goes, and it may not be every single time, but that's just where my mind goes. It's like there's always money behind it. So I'm gonna agree with those fucking.
Usually there is, dude. Yes.
Yeah. Well, you see how much money there is to be made. I mean, you go in there, you destroy shit. Next thing you know, these American companies are getting fucking contracts to rebuild. And it takes them 20 years over there, these huge contracts to rebuild places, it takes them decades to do it. I mean,
Yes.
We've seen it before. We do a good job of destroying shit and getting paid to fix it. It's actually pretty slick, pretty good business move. Let's go in there and fuck some shit up, and then we'll get some companies that, we're tied to go in there and repair some shit. I like it.
Yeah, absolutely, dude. That's the way it goes, dude. Trillions of dollars.
Industrial complex. I'm with you, John Stevenson. I see you.
Absolutely.
Well, what else is going on? Anything besides this? Just we're all going to freaking, gas
The
prices
war.
going up. Yeah, we're going to war.
Yeah.
Oil's going
Oil will
sky
be
high.
up. Yeah. Stock market's going to tank. Yeah, absolutely, dude.
Any good news?
Yeah, no.
No, nothing at all. I did
Unbelievable.
See, not to get way off subject, but Bill Clinton testified he had no idea of Jeffrey Epstein's sex crimes. So take that for what you want.
Yeah, he only stayed on the first floor, I think, is what it was, right?
Is that what he said?
I think he said something like that. Yeah. If something about the blue dress, he never knew about the blue dress painting. If he'd have known that, he'd have severed ties a long time ago. It's like, yeah, okay, dude, fuck off, dude.
Can you like believe anything that somebody
Nothing,
as big as Clinton was? Like, come on, man. He was probably one of the main fucking purchasers of these young people, or at least prostitutes, and he's gonna act like he had no idea any of this was going on.
Yeah.
What he said, Bill told the panel in his opening statement. Now, let me say what you're going to hear from me. First, I had no idea of the crimes Epstein was committing. No matter how many photos you show of me, I have two things that at the end of the day matter more than your interpretation of those. And what are those two things, Bill? He added, what are the two things? He said, you got two things. I know what I saw, and more importantly, what I didn't see. That's the two things. Take that for what you want. Yeah.
Yeah, like Brad in the chat, Bill Clinton said he didn't hail either, and his next comment was Pizzagate real? Absolutely, it was real. Yes, absolutely. 100%. You got to get a hold of Anthony Weiner's laptop, Tony Podesta's laptop, and the truth would be exposed. And even probably Hunter Biden's laptop, if that would come out, that would expose a lot of the truth about all of that bullshit.
Yeah. Can't wait for Trump's testimony. I don't wait for any of these idiots' testimony because it's like, what are you going to hear in it? People getting up there like Bill Clinton saying, I didn't see anything. And that's it. That's the end of it. I mean, there's really nothing's ever going to come out of these testimonies or any of this shit, man. It's just too easy for people to say, I didn't know what was going on.
I don't see it, dude.
But
never.
Anyway, that is part of, you can tie that into what's going on in Iran for some of the conspiracies, as I mentioned before, and as far as it being some sort of blackmail job by Israel making Trump do this shit because he's, so far into that Epstein drama that he doesn't want it to come out. So they're like, well, then you're going to help us out. I don't know if I buy that one, but, I do. I just can't wrap my head around this is all about the nuclear weapons in Iran. I don't know. It's just hard to believe that. But maybe it's that simple.
You think it's more than that?
It's just, man, I don't know. And a lot of that thought comes from just not trusting these assholes. I mean, they've showed their true colors too many times as far as our government over the decades, not just this administration, but all of them. It's hard to believe anything they fucking tell you. I mean, it really came to a head with the COVID stuff and all, and that whole pandemic shit, and you just really saw behind the curtains for a little bit of how sick these motherfuckers can be. And when you really start digging into everything, it's just everything is money and power driven. That's it.
It really is.
Yeah, it's never for the betterment of anybody besides the elites.
Of humanity, right.
Yeah, right. That's never, they hide behind that all the time, but it's never the truth. And it's just, you can't give them the benefit of the doubt anymore. They just don't deserve it. So my mind goes to the worst. There's somebody benefiting from this financially. And until they prove that wrong, that's just what I believe. So.
Yes. There's plenty of financial prosperity going on right now, So
explosives manufacturers have to be doing great at the moment.
Well, all of that. I mean, anytime you go into any type of conflict like this, I mean, people are going to benefit from it. Well, you can believe it's all these brother-in-law deals going on. I mean, they do it every time. Like you said, the munitions fucking money that's to be made. These, I think it was Halliburton that had the big contract over there last time we went over there and destroyed shit looking for these weapons of mass destruction. And so there's somebody that's going to benefit from this. I promise you. Somebody that's somehow these people in government are tied to, or people they know, or people who lobbied for them. There's something there. There's something there. They're not just going in there because Iran was fucking around with nukes. And maybe they were. Maybe Iran was, but I just think they're it's not the only reason they're going to go in there. They're going to use it to their benefit for sure. We'll go in there and take out some nukes, and we'll make a bunch of money. So,
a shit ton of money.
See. Yep.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Oh, what you got, Justin? I see you concentrating.
Oh. So, a couple things, I guess, that has nothing to do with Iran or bombs.
Yeah, fuck Iran. Fuck Iran. We don't talk about Iran enough. Let's move on. Everybody in the chats, let's go on to something else. What you got?
All right. Let's do this.
See what they want to talk about. What do y'all want to talk about in the chats? It's open discussion. Tell us what's on your mind. Oh, let's watch a video.
What about this?
My life out there.
Up front about his status as a registered sex offender, Rene Campos is not running from his past as he runs for office. Charged with being in possession of child sex abuse material back in 2018.
Hang him.
He says his focus is on safety.
Let's choose somebody outside the box, somebody who knows the system from inside out.
So he claims his focus is on safety.
So he's running for office in
Fresno,
Cali.
huh?
Yeah, in Fresno, California. He's a
Well, it
registered
sounds
sex offender
about
that's
right.
not letting his past dictate who he is now.
Well, he could be fucking governor, California.
He probably could.
So he was convicted of.
Oh, yeah.
So he's a registered sex offender, and he's allowed to run for some sort of office. Is that what I'm getting?
That's, yeah.
I
I mean, you hit the nail on the head right there.
Why would that not disqualify someone?
Not in California.
I don't know. And that's kind of what the guy that posted the video that came in after the fact, he's saying, like, what happens when you have to go on these, publicity tours and it happens to be close to a school or there's kids there, or like, well, the mayor couldn't make it because he can't be within 1,000 feet of y'all.
What happens?
Sorry.
True. Did we just freeze up? Well, looks like we a little freeze time there.
Somebody cut it. We're back. What the fuck happened?
Israel cut the feed,
Who
dude.
cut the fucking feed?
Somebody cut the feed, brother. Yeah, I don't know.
What the fuck,
It'll teach us
man?
to talk about Israel, brother.
God damn, was it Israel or we were talking about a pedo?
Maybe so.
Man, hey, if anybody that's still with us, thank you for hanging out. I don't know what the fuck happened there.
I didn't know if it was just
I'm
me
back.
or what was happening.
No.
Well, I saw you freeze, and then I noticed Brad was frozen, and all of a sudden, all of our shit started spinning, and it went black, and I was like, who the fuck killed the fucking feed now? But anyway.
That's crazy.
The point I was making, we were talking about the fucking registered pedo that's able, or I don't know what he was, a sex offender. I don't know what his crime was, but
he was in possession of child sexual abuse material.
So then he was like, he wasn't going to let his past stop him from.
Yeah. It's not going to dictate his future. And they need to let somebody that knows the system inside and out. Yeah.
Yeah. I figured it would disqualify you from running. If nothing else, should disqualify you from anybody giving two fucks about what you got to say.
Well, in normal places.
Yeah. That's so odd because he'll probably win over there.
You ain't lying. He'll be able to convince everybody that he knows
will.
the system,
See, Paul's right. He's right on our level. I mean, there's no run for office. Like, what the fuck? He shouldn't even be breathing. It's like, but man, some of them liberal places, it's just a different animal, man. It's crazy. Like I said, he'll probably be the front runner over there. And everybody's, everybody makes mistakes. Like There's no mistake. Whatever you're sexually attracted to, there's no way to fix that. Whether you want to say right, wrong, whatever, when it comes to any of that, your sexual attraction, there's no fixing that. So why even get this asshole the time of day?
California, it's not, pedos, it's minor attracted people.
That's true. Maps. I want to know who killed our stream. That's what I want to know. They tried nuking it. They tried nuking our stream.
They tried. It didn't fucking work.
Yeah. Nope. We talked
fortified for the bunker, dude.
Talk too much shit about Israel, huh?
Apparently, they didn't like that.
Get me some matzo ball soup after this, dude.
Yeah.
Damn.
Let me see something. Let's pull up this video here, Justin.
I like
Let's see if y'all think this was justified. Let's check it out. Guy, I want to say he gotten some legal issues with it. Well, let's see. Bam. There it is. All right, let's pull it up. Young kid splashed water on his wife. You know how these little punks run around acting like idiots?
Yeah, little bitches.
And this guy decided to take action and threw that bitch like a rag doll. And that was it. I mean, there's no more violence if that's what everybody's waiting on. But point of it was he he got sentenced to 30 months of probation for it, but he did get charged and he was convicted of it. And it's like, I mean, look, man, somebody's got to teach these kids. You can't just walk around and in and outs and shit doing what you feel like doing, splashing water on people or whatever the fuck they were doing. I'm going to assume they were trying to do something for the likes, for the fucking gram or for TikTok. And finally a grown man stood up and said, look, we don't play like that. So, I mean, I think it was justified. I don't know when somebody's got to hold these motherfuckers accountable.
Yeah, I love it. I love seeing people get instant karma. It's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, now if you read, supposedly he accidentally spilled water on her and he was going over there to apologize. And then
Fuck
this
that.
guy, I don't believe it.
Nah.
I don't believe it. Because for
Good
one,
excuse, dude.
Matt, I disagree.
What Matt
Kids
said.
are pricks, all right? So sometimes they just need it. They don't get it at home. Matt says you can't just throw kids around either. And, hey, you can.
Yeah, that's part of the problem, that you can't just throw them around. That's, it leads to people trying to throw water on people in and outs to make videos. But either way, I think
Matt says, well, if they're yours, and that's the problem because nobody does.
No, that's true. That's true. But anyway, what else? Anything else before we get nuked again?
Ain't that the truth?
I've got a summary of old Newsom.
What you got? President Newsom?
Yeah.
Gavin Newsom, thank you for joining me in the great city of Atlanta on your book tour.
It's great to be here.
So tell us a little bit about your book.
Well, I'm basically black because I scored really low on my SAT.
Excuse me?
You've never seen me read a speech off a teleprompter, have you?
I don't really think about things like that.
Exactly. I don't really think about anything either, which is another reason why I'm black. But I say the thing about the teleprompter because I can't read just like you guys.
Why would I want to vote for someone who can't read?
No, you don't understand. I can't read because I'm basically black.
Gavin, I can read, and so can a lot of other black people.
Look, we're all struggling from dyslexia.
Do you think that all black people have dyslexia?
Of course not. Black children are just as smart as normal children.
Normal children?
Yes. Well, just like you, man. This is getting out of hand. I asked you about your
Wasn't that
book.
what
I just
Biden
told you I
said?
can't read. Why are you asking me if I've read a book? It's your book.
You haven't read your own book?
It's a book about me. Nobody knows me better than me. Why would I read a book about something I already know everything about?
God, why does that actually make perfect sense?
Look, I'll say anything you want me to say, okay? I just need your vote. You want me to stand up right now and punch myself in the balls? Because I'll do it.
I mean, now I'm curious if you actually will.
They went all South Park on his ass, huh? Probably it's so true though, honestly. I mean, I know they're satire and making a little fun of it, but that's basically what he sat up there and said.
That's what I heard.
Hey, I'm fucking stupid just like y'all. and he's still going to get half the country to vote for his ass when he runs in 2028.
will,
You
too.
watch. You watch. He'll lead in the black votes. For one, most of them, a lot of people don't have time to be sitting there paying attention to all this political bullshit. So a lot of them won't even know that he said that.
Know that even happened. Yeah, exactly right. Yeah.
No, they're not going to. I mean, most people have life going on. They can't sit around scrolling X all day like we do. But it's a shame, man. Because I'm telling you, he's going to make a major push, man, in 2028, and I just think that machine on the left is going to get behind him. Just because I don't see anybody else they have right now to even put out there.
No, he's the guy for sure.
He is. I mean, his hair is perfect. His teeth are perfect. It's like, put him out there. He knows how to talk. He likes to act like he owns guns and drinks fucking beer. So put him out there.
Put him out.
Fuck all you losers. God damn, that's harsh. Well, at least subscribe. Fuck all you losers.
That was so on point, and it was.
Yeah. I want to know what this old boy's problem is right here. Damn.
I think that was the middle of the Gavin video. He didn't like it.
Oh, you're a Gavin Newsom fan. I get it.
We're hitting a nerve there, huh, buddy?
We can't all be perfect, but
no, you're right.
But either way, that get ready. I don't know who on our side is going to be up there yet, but I just have a strong feeling that Newsom's going to be leading the field over there on the Democratic side.
Probably.
Yeah, I 100% believe he'll be the man.
There's no doubt. You could already see they're shaping.
He's already doing his media runs, and he's getting out there. I mean.
Yep.
Stephen A. Smith, dude.
I did see that. As Stephen A. Smith is, they're saying that he's eyeing a presidential run. I don't think he stands a fucking chance myself. He's not.
No.
He's not polished enough with the politics and all. Like I said, somebody like Gavin Newsom is the perfect politician, so to say. I mean, he's definitely not a perfect person by any means, but as far as
he
politics
knows how to lie,
go,
dude.
exactly.
Yeah,
he's very good at it.
Right in there, dude.
Right. He's had a lot of practice. He knows how to pander. And as Justin mentioned, you can already see him campaigning, so to say, already.
Oh, yeah.
It's coming. It's coming. I just want to know, I mean, who on our side, man, is going to be able to get down and dirty with these assholes? And I say our side. I mean, you know what I mean? Just, I always say on here, I'm a registered independent, but right now I definitely lean right because of how fucking ignorant the left is. So when it comes to that, who in the hell are they going to be able to put up there to deal with the type of shit that gets thrown at you, man? Tom Homan, Tulsi Gabbard. I don't know, man.
I say either Marco Rubio or JD will probably one of the two of the front runners.
Well, what about if we had to go with a female on the right? Like
we don't do that here.
No, we don't, right? But I'm just curious, like when are we going to get a female president, And not that I'm saying we need one for no DEI reasons, but I'm just curious, like, is there a reason that it just doesn't seem to be the thing that happens? I mean, I think Hillary was the closest, and that's because they were about to appoint her ass. I mean, she was there until Trump put a kink in it, but I don't know. I don't know what it is. I mean, I know there's not a lot of women that run for that position, for one.
No.
But is it too dirty of a game, you think? Because it takes someone as evil and just disgusting as Hillary Clinton to get as far as she did. And do you think that's just not a natural, from a woman to play these political games like these guys do? I don't know. I don't know what stops, a woman from getting real far in these political races like that.
It would be my pick on the woman's side, dude. Would be Valentina Gomez out of Texas.
What?
I don't know if you ever heard of it.
I've heard of that gun-toting. Like, she just loves to make them fucking provocative videos.
Absolutely, dude.
I see her crazy.
She's got bigger balls than most of these guys that run for political office, dude. So
I see her on X all the time with her. She loves to hold her machine guns.
Yeah, she hates pedos,
she's crazy.
Dude, so.
Well, she does. Hey, then she got my vote. But I don't know.
I'd vote for one of the View chicks.
Yeah, which one?
Any of them.
Whoopi?
Probably Whoopi would be my
for president.
first,
I see Whoopi was now all of a sudden that, just because your name's on the Epstein list, it doesn't mean anything, once her name popped up on it.
But dude, she was at a wedding or something out there, dude. So
yeah,
before that, they were all like, "Oh yeah, if it's, if you're in the Epstein
Trump's
files, da da da, and then Whoopi Goldberg in the Epstein files, she's like, well, it doesn't really mean anything."
No, I think she said that they were looking for a private jet to borrow, and her name popped up that they were going to ask her or some shit like that. And look, I'm not saying she's lying, but it's all of a sudden, it's a 180 when your name's on it. Where before, Trump is guilty and this person's guilty, and it's like, look, just because our name's on it doesn't mean anything, and that's true. And we mentioned that a few times that was part of Trump's reasoning, according to him, of not wanting to release this shit as much as they did, is because there were a lot of names on there that had nothing to do with illegal activities that were going to be looked at in a bad light now. Now, a lot of people say that's just an excuse. He didn't want that shit out because he was involved in it. But it makes some sense because there are a lot of names on that list that had nothing to do with anything that was going on, illegally on that island. If your name was just mentioned by somebody over there in an email, well, all of a sudden you made the list and you never even went to the island.
Right.
So I kind of got his point on that, but, I think it was more of just the names. Had they really released the big names that were involved in that shit, I just think it would have been earth-shattering, and they still haven't done that, nor do they plan to.
No, it's not going to happen.
Who's Patrick Bateman?
Oh, that was American Psycho, dog.
Oh.
Great movie. Got to see it.
Says Newscomb is the real-life Patrick Bateman.
He really is. Yes, absolutely.
I just, and I don't know, man. I got a bad feeling that he will be the next president of the United States, man.
I don't think so.
I really think so. I do.
I do not think so, brother. I think I think he's going to be the forefront of the Democrat Party, which isn't saying much because they don't offer or bring anything to the table besides how shitty Trump is or the Republican Party, but they didn't do anything the last 4 years. I don't see it, dude. I see him being there running, but I just do not see it, dude. I really don't, man.
No, I really hope.
And I don't know who the Democrat Party brings up. I really don't. Besides Newsom and God, I mean, even as a running partner, AOC. Kamala thinks she still has a shot. AOC might be. No, she has no shot, dude. She's word salad, and and even AOC. I could, but I dude, they don't Hunter Biden. Yeah. Yeah, I just do not see it, dude.
Oh, Vet for Democracy. What's up, buddy? I see you in the chats there. Yep. Everything about Trump is a fraud. I don't know if it's everything, but I'm not going to say he's perfect by any means. But
he's not perfect, but we've always said it, Shane and Justin, on here that if they had anything seriously tying him to those Epstein files, that shit would have been brought out years ago on him to get rid of him. So not to say he's not mentioned, he's not in there, but I don't think he was diddling and what all these other people were doing.
He wasn't drinking the baby blood.
Adrenochrome? No, I don't see it.
I don't know, dude. He's pretty active for 80, however old he is.
It's Geritol, dude.
Oh, all right. Never mind. What you got pulled up, Justin?
Tom says Tulsi has the Democrats' playbook and can easily steal a portion of the left in general. She appears as an independent, still running as a Republican. She has experience duking it out with the Dem PR.
Yeah, but has she? And I mean, when it's just you and you're there by yourself now, you done made it through all other candidates and it's you now. You against the other side running for president. I mean, has she really faced anything like that? I mean, this game gets dirty, man. It gets dirty, and it takes a special type of person to make it through that. And Tulsi seems like a decent person, man. I don't know if she's
absolutely.
I don't know if she's dirty enough to deal with it is the problem. Because you have to be, man. Like I said, it took somebody like Hillary to rise to the top, and that's an evil bitch. That's just no fucking morals. No, Hillary. She's just an evil fucking person, and that's what it took to get to the top. So I don't know. I think it's gonna be Gavin. And then on the Republican side, man, I don't even have a clue right now. I mean, I really don't. And that's the bad part. MAGA Vet, you got to calm down, bro. He's so hyperbolic. Like, it's like everything is the Republicans are the worst, and MAGA is. Come on, bro, calm down. They're all scum, dude. Everybody involved in politics, they're all shit. I guess
they really
don't
are.
matter. That's why I guess it don't even matter who the fuck wins the next presidency. It don't fucking matter. They're all dirty. Yeah, you dickhead. Listen long enough.
It's all we've been doing.
That's all we're doing is we're chatting. But every now and then we do have a thought that we get out. Is it? Let me see. Let me see before I get. I don't want to be rude to John. What did you ask something, John? Because I mean, the comments do move, bro. It's hard to catch
really
every
quick.
single one. But if you got a question, ask it seriously. Yeah, I mean,
did y'all see the light almost take out Hillary for lying?
The what? Let me see it.
Alleging the 12-year affair with you. That allegation is false.
I'm not sitting here as some little woman standing by my man like Tammy Wynette. I'm sitting here because I love him.
And for added drama, a light fell off the wall and nearly hit them.
An average person.
Oh shit!
Alleging.
Too bad.
Real?
Yeah.
Too bad it didn't. Jesus.
Play it again. Oh, I want to see it.
I got you.
I want to see the light fall again. I want to see how close we were to not having a Hillary anymore.
Here's one I can play it a little louder. It doesn't have music.
Yeah, that's true. They'll get us for Tammy Wynette. Surprised they didn't kill the stream again.
He's alleging the 12-year affair with you. That allegation is false.
I'm not sitting here as some little woman standing by my man like Tammy Wynette. I'm sitting here because I love him.
And for added drama, a light fell off the wall and nearly hit them.
An average person.
That's the Lord. Like, shut up, bitch. Damn.
Yeah. What did somebody say in the comment? That reporter was later committed suicide. That's true,
yeah, he
Mike.
shot
that was
himself
Mike
17 times.
In the back of the head.
Wow.
Yeah.
What's Paul talking about? Marco Rubio or Vance? Yeah,
it'll be one of those two. Absolutely.
Right. And I don't always look at it as a who do you want. I look at it like who can go toe to toe with the other side. And that's where I'm not seeing, because look, let's put it this way. You saw like Rubio, we didn't see Vance go up against Trump, but you saw the rest of these guys get destroyed by somebody like Donald Trump,
Yeah.
So how are they going to stand up against this machine that's dirtier than Trump? You know what I mean? That's all I see. Where my mind goes to is who's got it in them, like Trump, to go up against these people, because they've changed, man. This Democratic Party, it is win by all means necessary. You saw what they did to try to avoid having Trump in there. I mean, just the allegations that get thrown at people when you're a front runner. I mean, all of a sudden, there's women coming from 30 years, in the past saying you touched them. Well, I mean, not everybody can deal with that type of scrutiny and shit that comes at them like that. And just a lot of just false, these allegations that come up and the rumors, and just to try to paint you as this disgusting, dirty person where, I mean, not everybody's built for it. And I don't know. I mean, is J.D. Vance built for that? I mean, Marco Rubio got crushed by Trump. All he did was have to call him Little Marco, and it was over with. So I don't know, man.
So true.
I don't know. I don't see anybody yet that's standing out that's just going to be able to get into the mud with these guys, because that's where it's going. I mean, that's all the Democratic side has, is to talk shit about the other side. That's it. I mean,
and Matt, to answer your question is no, Trump would not be eligible for vice president. So, nor do I think he would want that, even if he could. So, he could not run for vice president.
Hegseth could wreck them, and I like that. And what we got, all Democrats can do is lie and cheat, and that's a lot of politicians.
It's a winning strategy.
Sure. It is. Honestly, it is. I mean, they play to win, and if that means lying, cheating, they're trying to get you
whatever
shot, they don't care. They don't care. It's whatever it takes, man. And that's what I mean. Like, do we have somebody on our side that, I don't want to say will get, the lying, but at least just where it can bounce off of them, as it did with Trump, man. I don't know. I think we're going to be spoiled by what we saw with Trump, and everybody else just seems to, eventually cower down to the attacks. So we'll see. But I don't know. I mean, a lot of these guys are seasoned politicians. Maybe they can handle it better than I'm giving them credit for. But
yeah,
maybe.
J.D. Vance. I mean, I like him, but man, he just doesn't seem like in a dogfight with these people, man. I'm telling you, man, that when that whole machine jumps behind Gavin Newsom, it's going to be something to see, because you're going to see it all of a sudden. The media is going to change. Everything all of a sudden is going to be pro Newsom, and that's all you're going to see. Every media outlet out there is going to all of a sudden be on their knees, blowing Newsom, and they're going to all like they got the memo at the same time. So you're fighting all that too.
Right.
I don't know.
Well,
we're going to see.
Well, I don't want to get the feed cut. I don't want to get the feed cut, but you got to realize with J.D. Vance, he's going to have the backing of you know who. So I didn't want to get the feed cut, so that's all. But he'll have the backing of Israel. So
yeah,
absolutely.
Well, and I guess another thing is, if Trump doesn't just disappear, or health reasons doesn't keep him from campaigning with someone, that's going to go a long way.
Right.
If he's still out there and playing the politics when he's done, if his health allows him to, and I forget about that he can jump behind somebody, and he's not going to be able to help but to be at these rallies and shit, because Trump's not going to like not being in the forefront once his term's over. So I think he's going to go out of his way to rally with whoever he decides to get behind. So you'll see a lot of him if his health permits. I mean, he is getting up there in age, so I mean, he can only do this for so much longer. But if he's got a few more years in him, once 2028 gets here, you're still going to see a lot of Trump. And I wasn't even taking that into consideration, that whoever he decides to get behind, that machine on the left still has to fight Donald Trump, and they haven't been able to win yet without really cheating, like we saw in the 2020 election. So we'll see.
Oh yeah, it's going to be interesting to see.
Yep.
But look, we still have another 3 years for that. So
yeah, I guess so. We're jumping way ahead of the gun. It just every time I see Newsom, it starts making me think about it, because I can already see what they're doing. So it just
absolutely
lets you know it's coming. So
in another year, by next year, that'll all be kicking off, dude. All of this new who's running where, you'll know more.
Yep. Justin, you got anything else crazy for us?
Oh,
I do want to say, if y'all hadn't hit that subscribe button yet, do it, please.
Please.
We'll be back after tonight. What is tonight? Fucking, what are we on?
Saturday.
Saturday? Yeah. So we'll be back Monday, talking some shit. Usually Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but we took off last night. Was a little lazy, and then all this news broke with fucking Iran. It was like, oh, let's jump on here and try to uneducate people. That's about all. About all we're good for. So,
y'all think Jim Carrey was killed and cloned?
Did you see how freakish? You got a picture of him?
Yeah.
Pull it up. I was a huge Jim Carrey fan back in the day. I mean, I'm tired of listening to him bitch and cry now like a little pussy liberal, but he made it's to me it just seems like a lot of work he had done.
Maybe.
I mean, it could be as simple as that. I don't know.
He looks like the wax museum.
Yeah.
Sculpture of himself.
And then if you watch, I mean, I don't know if is that just a still picture, or is that a video?
No, it's
because they had the video, and he just sounds.
I wrote it and I researched it and I practiced it.
What the fuck is wrong with him or whoever that is?
Then I watched everybody talking 1,000 miles an hour up there, receiving their awards, and I was like, I'm dead. And I made mistakes, and I was like a novice, but I felt a lot of love, and I felt a lot of appreciation that I tried. And
that's not him.
Then it's like,
it's crazy.
What is the point of, you know what I mean? Like what?
No.
Why would you have a fake Jim Carrey out there?
Why not?
I'm saying, why? Like, who is he to be fucking having a clone walking
I don't know
around?
if you're real tonight, dude. You're not acting the same.
I mean, I know they somebody was had the theory of that he's done this before, like a body double, because he doesn't like doing that type of shit. That there's nothing political behind it, which is where everybody goes. Like there's something going on with these lizard people and shit. But somebody was saying it could be just as simple as that, as he just sent somebody out there that looks like him and can sort of act like him just to go to these stupid fucking award shows and all that he can't stand
That'd be
going
cool.
to. But
he
but I
needs
don't know.
to get his money back on that one.
Yeah, it's either that or he just got a lot of Botox, dude, and they went crazy and was like, just stick some here and stick some there. I don't know. So, I mean, we've seen it. We've seen the fake Biden. He was like fucking 6'6" all of a sudden in that one video, but that was the president. I could see him doing that. I mean, who the fuck would? What are they doing? With a Jim Carrey imposter. I don't know. It's weird. He looks fuller, nuts? Probably happier. He kind of went off the rails, and that's true. He did. He kind of got weird there, and he just looked like he had aged a lot in a short time. But to me, it just looks like they injected that motherfucker with a ton of fucking Botox and sent him out there. But who knows?
I'm not going to play it because there is music, but
6'6" and less retarded. He's talking about that Biden imposter.
What they got Trump doing, bro?
Who is that? Rick Ashley?
It's Trump.
Well, I know that, but I'm saying what video? what they put his head on? Can we
so
play
far
it?
Away.
Oh, we can't play it.
I think it's
a
meme video.
Yeah, we can't play it with the music. Jesus Christ, people are bored. My God. Anyway.
Yes.
What else? What time is it? It's fucking 9:45.
9:45.
Yep.
What else y'all got going on in the chats? What y'all want to talk about? We got a few more minutes. Well, we got as long as we want, really, but there ain't much else going on exciting right now.
Allegedly this hotel got hit.
Oh yeah, the Fairmont dude got hit in was it
This?
Israel, dude, maybe? Or no, Dubai, dude. A Fairmont in Dubai got hit, I think is what it was, dude. Not good.
I don't know.
Did the building come down? That's the question.
Yeah.
It did not.
Did it melt?
It did not. Huh?
Well, fuck, we only watched 15 seconds of it. What happened? Was that a missile?
Interesting.
It was a drone.
That was a drone strike?
Yeah.
That's so gangster. Look at it.
Damn.
Whew. I got to say, I do like that nowadays, how these drones and shit, it's like less risk to a human,
Well, and then you hear everybody say that drone warfare should be a war crime.
Why?
I don't know. I don't see how it's any different than a missile. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like it's almost better than a missile because it can be manually controlled. And I think the only reason I think people start getting in their feelings because the videos from the Russia Ukraine war comes out with the drones, and you can see up close the people that are about to get smoked with this fucking drone, Right. So, like I said, I think that gets people in their feelings, and they're like, this is nuts. And I mean, it is because you're seeing, yeah, that's what I think, because in my mind, it's no different than a fucking missile explosion.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck how you do it in war. I mean, a weapon's a weapon. I mean, if it why does it matter how you take them out if that's the goal? Then either taking them out was wrong or right, but as far as how you do it, why the fuck would that matter?
Right. Like, the only things that I can get behind being a war crime is stuff like, the gases and shit that they used to use, that there was no control behind it, you know what I mean? But there's plenty of control behind a drone.
Right. I was trying to see. Critics argue that certain practices involving drones frequently violate these rules, leading some to label specific use as war crimes. So they're talking about the high civilian casualties and failure of distinction. Drone strikes, which Obama was notorious for, especially in U.S. programs in places like Pakistan, Yemen, and Somalia, have repeatedly killed civilians. So critics point to loose targeting criteria such as signature strikes or double tap strikes. So basically, yeah, I mean, they claim that it's taken out a lot more people than it's supposed to be with these drone strikes. Let's see. When drones are used for targeted killings of suspected terrorists in countries not experiencing active hostilities, many legal scholars and human rights groups argue this violates international human rights laws. Such killings are seen as extrajudicial executions, breaching the right to life and due process. So, in other words, they just use these drones to go take a motherfucker out without giving them, their due process. So that's another
but bullets
complaint.
do the same thing, no?
Right. That's what I mean. You're using you're arguing against using a certain type of weapon to get something done, not what's getting done. So that's weird.
I'm talking about even these little FPV drones that Ukraine and Russia's using, compared to these big drones. I could see the unwanted casualties from the big drones, being in talks later down the line. But I'm talking about these small FPV drones that have, small ordnance attached to them, and they're targeting one guy or a tank or something like that.
And the criticism on that is the psychological terror and intent to harm civilians in conflicts like, the Russia's war in Ukraine. As you mentioned, the Russian forces used those FPVs, which is the first-person view drones, to repeatedly target civilians in frontline areas, dropping grenades on people in streets and gardens and shit like that. Well, UN inquiries have concluded these amount to intentional attacks on civilians, murder as a crime against humanity, and forcible transfer of population. So they're saying that they're intentionally killing civilians with them.
Yeah, but that has nothing to do with the drone. They could run through a shopping mall and kill civilians with rifles, and that would be a war crime, but it has nothing to do with the drones.
Well, that's true. That's true. Now, what they do argue against the drones themselves is that they enable remote, low-risk operations, no pilot, basically, in danger, which some argue lowers the political and psychological barriers to using lethal force. So, in other words, it makes it that much easier to kill somebody without giving it a second thought, when you might say, well, do we really need to kill this person, or can we take them in? That's one of their arguments. I'm not saying I agree with that.
Well, look what's been going on.
How far can a Tomahawk missile come off of a ship?
Hundreds of miles.
Right.
Yeah.
But look what's been going on in Russia and Ukraine. I mean, they've been using the shit out of drones. So,
and I think that's where the big talks are coming from on if it should be against the Geneva Convention to use the drones. But all of the talking points are invalid, or it's shit that could be done another way, like where they're talking about civilians getting hit, and that's just the way that you're using the weapon. That could be any weapon you use, as far as taking out the human part of it. I mean, there's not much human interaction when you're launching missiles 75, 100 miles away out of a warship or off of a land-based, missile silo. There, you have no pilot on the fucking missile.
No, I get what you're saying. Totally. So I'm kind of with you on that they're, for some reason, they're not so much arguing what's happening with the drones. They're arguing that the drones are being used, and it's just a goofy argument. Because I mean, there's plenty of ways to kill somebody.
Yeah.
I mean,
sure.
I don't know. The only one I was intrigued by at all was that, as far as it just being, the psychological barrier behind it of using lethal force when you're not up close and personal. But like you said, you can do that with a lot of weapons.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm with you. I don't understand why anybody would argue that point, but then again, people are going to argue about anything. So
anything.
Yeah.
I saw in the comments, man, I sent y'all a chat, but did y'all hear that a U.S. warship was hit with all of this in Iran?
Was it?
Yeah. I don't know, man. I really haven't looked into it, but
I saw something about it.
Well, I'll show you how easy this is. Was a U.S. warship.
Yeah, I do see where they're saying that, of course, it's coming out of Iran, that they're saying that they hit a U.S. warship,
Fucking liars. No, it says, I mean, this is not me arguing with you. I'm saying what it's telling me. No, there is no confirmed report that a U.S. warship was hit. Yada, yada, yada. Iran launched missiles and drones at Israel and multiple U.S. military installations in the region, including the U.S. Navy's 5th Fleet headquarters. Video shows explosions and smoke near the base. No U.S. casualties from these retaliatory strikes. So, yeah, I don't know. Iran's, like you said, I guess if they're claiming it. Yeah, it says it's claimed a direct hit or severely damaged a U.S. military Sea Lift Command combat support vessel. However, these claims are unverified and not corroborated by U.S., Western, or independent sources. So, I don't know. Right now, it's just a he said, she said.
Yep. We will find out.
Oh, yeah. And look, man, I think it's going to get uglier, though. So,
yes.
Who knows?
Absolutely.
So, I seen someone drew a map for Iran. Let's pull that up real quick, just in case. Let's see here. Let me get that on the screen.
Comments, bro, crazy.
Comments are going hard. I love it. Justin, pull your shit down. I can't pull mine up. There it is. So that's what they want Iran to know. Just Mar-a-Lago. So leave us the fuck alone.
It's fucked up.
They ain't coming over here with that bullshit.
No. Nah, they're striking U.S. bases over there for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, they're.
Yeah, they're, if anything, that's what they'll do. They'll try to tear up what they can over there, but then that's only going to last so long because they'll get fucking destroyed. So,
we are the world's police.
What's up? No, not done. Are you done? Come say hi. Come say hi. We're all kid friendly on here. Everybody say hi to Bella.
What's up,
kid friendly show.
What up?
Anyway, what else, Justin?
What else you got, Justin?
Oh, nothing yet, man. Nothing
Good.
Yet.
Good. Well, y'all ready to wrap it up?
China urges immediate ceasefire after the U.S. strikes Iran. So that'll be interesting how that plays out too, brother. So
yeah,
fuck them.
Justin needs to be president.
I'm telling you,
sir. We need to talk about this conflict going on. Fuck them.
You don't want to fuck with me. I'm on fucking ding dongs and Red Bulls right now.
Yeah. All right. Well, y'all ready to wrap it up? What we doing?
Yeah.
Think they've heard enough of our dumbass voices? Where China can eat a bag of dicks. I'm with you 100%. I like it. Y'all hit subscribe, please.
Like it and subscribe, people.
Let me go see how many of you assholes actually hit it. I know sort of what we gained a few. Okay. All right. Some of y'all hit that button.
Well, we could use a few more. So
that's what I thought.
Yeah.
We got some promo stuff coming out. So like, subscribe, and we'll hit y'all up with
all that good stuff. Matt, have a good one, Matt. I see you.
Absolutely.
Matt, I know you hit it.
Absolutely.
Matt might have been the first one. Who else we got? Who else we got to give a shout out to before we leave?
There
we go.
Everybody in the chats, man. Paul, thank you, Paul. Appreciate you, Paul.
Who banned? Somebody banned? One of y'all banned somebody, or did YouTube do that?
Not me.
Somebody named Sean Kearns.
Yeah, he was spamming like fucking 12 comments in a row.
Oh, okay.
He got put in timeout. He'll be back.
Get him the fuck out of here. We got time for that. Paul, have a good night. Matt, who else is with us? I don't want to forget anybody, but
JG, man. Yep, you're right, dude. Hit that like.
Where's the like button? YouTube's asshole.
Even the vet for democracy that hates Trump and anybody that supports him. I hope he has a good night too.
Me too.
They nuked us once during the stream, but they couldn't kill us, man. We made it back.
We're here.
So,
yes, indeed.
All right. Well, I'm getting the hell off of here. I'm going to bed. So till next time, all you people be good. And we'll be back at it Monday night. Until then, y'all take care, guys. Tell them bye.
Bye.
God bless America.